Now that's one beautiful emerald. Any of you that know me from my other channel, GD Saving the Past, know that there's several things that I love. Coins, gold, silver, bullion, history. History is a big thing for me. But I love gemstones. And this particular article here just puts it all together in one great package. And by the way, if you haven't gone over and checked out my other channel, GD Saving the Past, please do. I'd love to have you over there. We've got over 1,500 subscribers on that particular channel. Anyway, this is a great old piece, and this is, again, it seems like all these stories I've been sharing with you folks are from National Jeweler. I will put a link down below for this particular article, written by Brecken Brandenstrader. This is her specialty, is writing about gemstones. This article came out on the 4th of November, so last week. I've been saving it for a little while because I've had other things to do. And this is a piece that's going up for auction. 6-carat emerald ring from 400-year-old shipwreck surfaces for auction. Sotheby's estimates the piece pulled from the sunken Nuestra Senora de Atocha could sell for $50,000 to $70,000. Now, this is a great story. I don't know that I'm going to read this whole article. I will put the link down below, but I'll give you some highlights on it. The caption for the photo says, this 6.25 carat octagonal step-cut emerald ring sank with the Spanish ship Nuestra Senora de Atocha in 1622, but was recovered in 1985. On December 7th, Sotheby's will put it up for auction for the first time as part of its magnificent jewels sale in New York. If any of you are familiar with Sotheby's, their magnificent jewels sale that they have, I believe they have it once a year. I used to get the catalogs for that, but I haven't done that in a long time. Has some absolutely incredible pieces that go through there. But this is going to be one of them. And some of the things that I love about this piece is all the history that surrounds it, plus how it wound up getting to this point right here where it's going up to auction. So let's just touch on a few things here. 400 years after it sunk in a shipwreck and more than 3 decades after being found, an emerald ring from one of history's most successful treasure hunts will soon hit the auction block. So what we're looking at here is this ship was actually part of a fleet of ships that was bringing treasure back from the New World to Spain. And some of this was personal items that belonged to some of the wealthy Spanish that were living in the colonies at that time. And for hundreds of years, treasure hunters looked for these Spanish galleons that went down. And it was in the 1980s that Mel Fisher and his crew, after spending years searching for this particular fleet here, actually found it. And it made a sensational splash in news. Almost any week that you watched the news, you heard stories about Mel Fisher and the things that he was bringing up. So as I said, I am going to just hit on a few highlights here and then let you folks go over and read the article because I think you'll have fun doing it. Sotheby's has unveiled a 6.25 carat octagonal step-cut emerald, that one right there, and a real beauty it is. And it's pretty amazing that something like this would have survived hundreds and hundreds of years in the ocean floor. Sand rubbing against it, salt water, the whole thing, and it looks just beautiful. So anyway, will appear in its New York jewelry auction next month, salvaged from the wreck of the Spanish ship Nuestra Senora de Atocha. The Casa de I'll have a hard time with that one. Contratación, a Spanish government agency that tried to regulate the country's exploration and colonization efforts, commissioned the Atocha. It was constructed in Cuba and crossed the Atlantic Ocean to Spain in late 1620. In March 1622, the Atocha joined the Tierra Firma fleet and departed Spain for the West Indies. In Cartagena, Colombia, and Portobello, Panama, the belongings of noble families and other passengers were loaded onto the galleon for the return journey to Spain. When it set out in September 1622, it was the middle of hurricane season, and the Atocha only made it as far as the Florida Keys before hitting a squall and sinking along the reefs. Great story, folks. It does go on. Discusses Mel Fisher here. It discusses who this emerald ring wound up coming to. And let's just hit over that because there's lots of great information here if you love history like this. The ship was discovered in 1985. Plethora of hidden treasure, about 180,000 coins and 24 tons of ingots made from Bolivian silver, as well as 125 bars of gold bullion from the Caribbean, Mexico, and Andes, among many other items. It's really incredible what they brought up in that ship. But in any case, as a patron of the Atocha recovery, so in other words, Mel Fisher had people sponsoring him for these dives that they were doing, and one of them was Frank Perdue. Everybody probably has heard of Frank Perdue in the past. He is the man that was very famous for his chicken farming company. He was given some of the treasures pulled from the shipwreck, including silver, gold coins, and gems, though he later donated most of the coins and other artifacts to Delaware Tech and the Smithsonian Institute. There was one jewel he kept, an emerald he had cut and mounted in a ring to propose to his wife, author and philanthropist Mitzi Perdue, in 1988. Pretty amazing. The emerald heads to Sotheby straight from her personal collection. It is expected to sell for $50,000 to $70,000. So as I say, there's lots of great information here. If you love history, if you love things like treasure hunting, go over and read this article. It is fabulous, and that is one fabulous gem right there. Just take a look at that, folks. That's a beauty. Okay, just wanted to share this latest, greatest piece of history and gemstones that are in the news right now. Maybe one of you will be lucky enough to own this. And as I said, if you get the chance, go over and check out my other channel, GD Saving the Past. You might just enjoy it. Okay, until next time, remember to take a little time to enjoy all that Mother Nature has to offer. Rock on.